Good morning, everyone. We will begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters. Asking God and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku prayer. Please stand. Amahara ni kamusumarimasu. Kamuro ki kamuro mino mikoto mochite. Sumemi oya kamuri sana hino mikoto. Tsukushi no himuka no tachi hana no. Odo no ahagi harani. Nisogi harai tamo utoki ni narimaseru harai kami tachi moro moro no maga koto tsumi kegare o harai tamae kiyome tamae toma o sukoto no yoshi o amatsu kami Nitsu kamiya oyorosu no kami tachi tomoni ame no fuji koma no mimi furitate kikoshi meseto kashikomi momaosu Miroku Mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie mi oyanushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie mi oyanushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Nagara Damachi Hae Mase Nagara Damachi Hae Mase Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great. Please be seated. We will now receive Group Johrei.
Meishu-sama bless you.
Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. Turning to God. Now that I am enveloped in God's great light, I am no longer disturbed by the turbulent storms that rage in the world around me. We may be surprised to find the very fate that others experienced yesterday becoming the fate that we ourselves must face today. For such is the way of life. We cannot see the distortion caused by dark forces until it is clearly reflected in God's mirror. For those who lack faith in God, spiritual clouds are removed through suffering. For those who have faith, they are more easily released through God's grace. This grace is God's lifeline to salvation, which God sends to all who are suffering. Some fail to understand it is there or are not able to grab it and reach salvation due to the weight of the spiritual clouds on their spiritual bodies. However, when they later experience suffering through such things as disease, accidents, or natural disasters, these clouds are lessened. As one's spiritual body becomes lighter, the ability to access this lifeline increases. However, if a person cannot grab onto God's lifeline to salvation, even after hearing a wonderful teaching, then that person's clouds must still be further reduced by some means. Even if you could force someone to grab the lifeline, they would let go or lose their grip. However, if a person receives Johrei, sufficient purification to find and hold on to this lifeline to salvation can be easily and quickly achieved.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters morning service. Thank you also for directing your prayers along with us for world peace. Faith experience I want to share with you this morning is from Edson Fernando Ferreira. It's from Campinas, São Paulo. Edson has been married for 4 years. His wife was raised in a Johrei family and has been a member for many years. Although Edson occasionally received Johrei, had never been interested in getting to know more deeply about our movement. He's a massage therapist, and with the beginning of social isolation due to the COVID-19 pandemic, he was unable to practice his craft. Consequently, he stayed home most of the time. He joined his wife in attending our daily online services and began to receive Johrei more often. Edson began to resonate with Meishu-sama's teachings and the faith experiences shared at the services. Gradually, he felt inspired to become an instrument to help others through Johrei. Soon thereafter, he took the online membership classes, and in July of 2020, he was allowed to receive the sacred focal point or Hikari. Edson engaged in the channeling of Johrei, in the study of Meishu-sama's teachings, and in offering donations of gratitude. Additionally, he requested the enshrinement of his ancestors, the Sorei Saishi. Over time, strength and wisdom to fulfill his mission and conduct his life accordingly. Edson has not focused on receiving blessings for himself, but to serve others. Yet, he ended up being allowed to experience a wonderful blessing. He has had a conflict relationship with his father. As soon as they began talking, they argued. His father professed another faith and did not accept the fact that Edson adhered to a different religion. Edson felt that he should explain to his father why he had joined the Johrei movement while asking forgiveness for their disagreements. His father understood his reasoning, and their relationship began to change. They engaged in harmonious conversations, and the grudge Edson once felt turned into feelings of immense gratitude toward his father. Edson offered him Johrei, and he accepted. He felt immensely happy and grateful to God for the opportunity he was given. Whenever Edson visits him, he channels Johrei to both his parents. He also shared with them the links of our online daily services. His mother felt inspired and decided to become a Johrei member as well. Soon after, she received the sacred focal point of Hikari in March of 2021. Edson cannot describe in words the joy he felt. His father passed away in September of the same year due to a serious illness. During his father's purification, he received several Johrei, and Edson believes this allowed him to go through this transition process in a more comfortable fashion. Edson was able to return working in his field, and now he can help treat not only the physical, but also the spiritual issues of his patients. Whenever he notices that someone is not feeling well, he offers them Johrei. Thus, he has already channeled the divine light of Johrei to dozens of clients, and 3 of them have become Johrei members. Edson introduced our church to one of the psychologists at the clinic where he started seeing, and to a friend, members of our church as well. Currently, Edson dedicates weekly at the Johrei Center. He is now a family assistant and leader of officiants for monthly services. He practices our faith at home and makes monthly pilgrimages to the sacred grounds of Guarapiranga. Edson is very thankful to God and Meishu-sama, as well as to his ancestors, for the permission he was being granted to serve in the salvation of others and to become an effective instrument in the realization of paradise on earth. Thank you very much for attending this morning service, for listening to this beautiful faith experience. Wish you a very blessed day.
This brings to a conclusion our morning service. Everyone for joining us, and we wish you a very blessed day.